Hikaru, congratulations after what must have been a very tough tournament. So many crazy things happened today, also, especially today, I say.
Yeah, it was a crazy event. I think, I mean, it really was a question of just trying to be consistent and avoid losing too many games if you could. And I think I did that quite well up until the very end when I played two really bad games at the end. I was very fortunate to win against Shakriar and against Fabiano as well. But still, I felt that I was able to stay solid enough and consistent enough until the very end. And unlike Sergey, especially, I mean that really made a huge difference. So it's quite nice to win, and it's good to have a pretty decent blitz score as well. So I'm pretty pleased.
Yeah, were you surprised about Sergey's collapse at the end because he was so impressive before that?
Yeah, but it's hard. I mean, first of all, he had a great result yesterday, but then I think the other problem is, in general, he had to play the stronger players at the end of the day as opposed to at the start. And I think, especially if you don't get off to a good start against some of the weaker guys, or not weaker, but I mean some of the guys who aren't doing as well at blitz, like Vladimir or Fabiano, I think it makes it difficult. And then when you have to play Maxime, Levon, and Shakriar at the very end, I think if you're not having a good day, that makes it. I think it makes it a lot more difficult mentally to keep it together, and so yeah, and I mean on top of that, Sergey, I think he just didn't have a great day. He was lucky to not to lose to Fabiano as well, so just a tough day for him. But I felt that that I played pretty well, and I missed a few chances here or there, but the last couple of games more than made up for it.
You were 1 point up before the last game. What was your mood? I mean, were you like, you're not exactly going for the draw, right?
No, I mean the problem is I got into this position where I needed to be active, and it's been a long day. And I was already feeling tired. I just kind of made some random moves with no real purpose. And then once Fabiano got this rook to a6, I sort of realized I was getting in trouble. But there wasn't a whole lot that I could do about that. But I thought the way that I defended, finding this knight e2 idea with rook b1, I was very pleased I found it because I didn't use too much time and I found it almost instantly. Whereas in Leuven especially, I had issues where when I got into bad positions, I would use a lot of time and then maybe I'd find the right idea. But I think when you're using time delay as opposed to increment, if you get to like 10 seconds or something, you have no chance. Even if the moves are going to be pretty straightforward, you have no chance if you're down by a minute or two. And I think that was probably the biggest improvement overall. I felt is that here I avoided getting into such situations, with the exception of the game against Shakriar yesterday.
And you had no idea that a couple of minutes into your last game, you were actually suddenly the champion because Sergey drew quickly?
Yeah, I had no idea. I mean, the problem is the position was such that it wasn't something where I could play moves sort of just by feel, and therefore I didn't have the chance to look up from my board and see what was going on. And in general, I think when you do that, if there's a clear result or you see it out of the corner of your eye, it's one thing to look up, but if you don't realize that, then I think it's a little bit. It's hard to do that in blitz games just because you really are trying to just find moves and move quickly, and so I just had no idea really.
How do you rate this tournament victory in, let's say, in your career?
I mean, the score is really nice. I don't think I deserved as many points as I got. I mean, if I had, say, won the tournament by half a point, I think that would have made a lot more sense than winning by 1.5 points. But still, I thought I played very solidly, and I mean, with the exception of a handful of games here at the end today, I was just very pleased with how consistent I played. And so, after Norway, where I felt that I never was in any real danger throughout the event, to more or less go through this whole event as well. I mean, it's good to be consistent. So I feel pretty good going into the Singfield Cup.
Yeah, that's of course the next Grand Chess Tour event, and it will all lead to a 4-player knockout in London. How do you see your chances of reaching that?
I mean, I think my chances are pretty good. I think barring some huge shift in the table in St. Louis, you're probably going to see something very similar where it's more or less set before the classical event. I mean, I think Wesley for sure is going to qualify. I assume I will. I mean, I assume probably the next two spots are going to be a fight between Sergey, Lev, and Maxime.
Singfield Cup, is that actually going to be your next event?
Yeah, I'm taking the whole month of July off, so I'll just go relax, take a few weeks off, and then get ready for the Singfield Cup. I mean, I think for those of us who played in Norway chess, playing Leuven and Paris back-to-back, you have to play 54 games after a 9-round classical tournament with all the top players. It's very tough, and I think many of us at some point, I would say around the middle of yesterday especially, I think it started to show that we were starting to just miss things in games, and so I think we all need a bit of a break.
Okay, well thanks a lot and enjoy your summer without chess.
Thank you.